Afternoon, JuJuBe. I hear a little bird tell me that you are looking for a new content creator. Please excuse me, I've got a chest infection, so I sound a bit nasal and a bit chesty, so please excuse that for the moment. Timing's a bit So I heard that you would like to know a little bit about ourselves and I guess our background into how we found JuJuBe and I guess where we're going with it. So my name is Becca, late for a date Becca. I am a 42-year-old married with 7 children. 7 children is a lot, but I had mine spread out over, quite a few years. So my first child came in 1991, and I can tell you 1991 was the dark ages. There was no internet. Baby choices were few and far between. Baby bags, forget it. They were awful. So as I moved along, I had another one in 94, and then 10 years later, gosh, the baby market had changed a lot in those 10 years, but no, baby bags, still an elusive search. I was fed up with, I'd had various babies by this point, and I was fed up of literally this big black hole of mess. I used to drop my 2 of my children off at the childminders, and find that I used to drop off a Tesco shopping bag with the nappies in and another one with baby food in. I was that bad, and I'd often search my car for the spare nappy or search in my boot for that spare change of clothes, because changing bags weren't a joy. Do you know what? They should be a joy. They should be fun. It should be fun. Having a baby is marvellous. And after 5 long years of heartache and things going wrong and terrible things happening, at the age of 40 I had my last baby, and I was gonna run with it and enjoy it and really live it to the max. And you know what? There was nothing that I needed. I told my husband there was nothing I needed, but I needed one thing, and that was a baby bag, a bag that worked for me, because I didn't like the whole concept. So where do you go to look for a baby bag? YouTube, Facebook, social media. You get looking and you look at what the young girls are looking at. Young girls like their baby bags. So one of them was talking about this particular bag. It wasn't JuJuBe. And so you go to YouTube and there's packing videos. Someone must have done a packing video on it. And what I found was there were 3 videos on this particular bag, and all 3 of them had used JuJuBe products to organise the internal part of it. I hadn't even heard of JuJuBe. Nobody I knew had mentioned JuJuBe. I hadn't seen it on Facebook. I hadn't seen it anywhere. So I then started Googling it and understanding it, and found it on eBay, and I got my first quick. This is my first ever quick, Lotus Lullaby. It is beautiful. And do you know what's so amazing about it? If you don't know about JuJuBe, let me tell you, this is the thing that sucked me in. Let me show you. So as you can see, one-handed, you can open it up. Inside, I put a light change pad in the matching print. I filled it up with nappies, nappy wipes. There's a little zip pocket here, nappy sacks, you name it, the whole shebang. That was the entry point for me. That has what sold it to me, is that I could grab that bag and go off and change the bottom of my baby and leave the bag, the actual nappy bag, somewhere, and not have to take 50 million things from me or root for it and think, I found the nappy, but where's the baby one? Where's the nappy sack? Where's that? Where's this? I can't find anything. I had that problem no more. The next thing that caught my eye was the sets. This was my first ever set, Scarlet Petals. Small, of course, for girls, hair products. Medium, change of clothes. That sold that dynamo when they had the blowout. Large, my handbag. And I could wear that crossbody because it comes with a long strap and a short strap. So, which ones are the best JuJuBe bags? Let me tell you. They all have their purposes, but there are certain things that stood out to me. What's my favourite? Well, it all depends on what I'm doing. Let me tell you about the BFF. Now, you get nappy bags, and then, there's BFF. The thing about the BFF, one of the things, is the fact that you can wear it backpack, or you can wear it messenger, which it just attaches onto there. This also attaches onto the pushchair, but that wasn't the big thing for me. I love backpacks, and I love that I could wear this, but this was it. Look at this, right? So this isn't a big bag. I've got Superstar in there, Duchess one, but it's this. The fact that you can open it, when you have children and you have a bag, most of the bags you open up like a zip across here, and then you have to push it open and dive in and look in that big black hole for the stuff that you want. The BFF allows me to hang this on my pushchair, open it up, and all my stuff doesn't fall out. I can see everything I want, and it's not an issue. It's not hard work. So that was the BFF. A little bit small sometimes for some people if you want a long day out, but generally as a day-to-day bag, I loved this. I really fell head over heels in love with this one. The Be Prepared, this was the same thing that made me love it. A lot of people find it's quite big, but there's lots of uses. Overnight bag, weekend bag, but it was this. This is what I loved about the Be Prepared. That's how it zips up round like that, all the way round to the other side. Now, let me just unzip it again. You tuck that into there, and in you go. You can hang that on your pushchair and grab things. Nothing falls out. And if it rains, well, you just put that up. If you don't want anyone going into your bag, you just put that up. But generally, when you're sat somewhere and you want to grab things in and out, it's there. That. How has it taken so long for someone to figure that out? So thank you, JuJuBe, because you made my life a lot simpler. The bag that I'm using at the moment, oh, this is heavy. This is my Be Right Back. I'm a backpack person, and I take this to my allotment, and it holds a ton of stuff, and it opens right up. Peek in there. It does its job. Right, that may look like a big mountain of mess, but I have all different pieces in there that I recognise and go, oh look, you know what? That's the children's toys. That's got lipstick in. That's my purse. It makes sense to me, which is how it should be. It should work for the mother or the daddy, whoever's got that child for that particular day. So, I love JuJuBe. What about the community? I have all these things. I bought my children mini bees so that they could be independent and like older girls and do that. There's a community out there on Facebook that eventually took me on and allowed me to join their mad world, which suited me fine because I just feel a little bit mad as well at times. And because of this community, I initially joined it because I wanted to buy and sell things that I hadn't been able to finish off, the things that I'd started. Like I'd bought a Unikiki mini bee for one of my girls, and a fairy tale one and an Animalani, and I hadn't got the sets because I didn't know at the time that they were limited, and once they're gone, they're gone. And you know, where else do you buy them? eBay, nothing really came up. So I found, and initially this is what this group provided for me. But as I got to know them more, apart from completely enabling me and encouraging my obsession, I found friends. There was get-togethers, there were trunk shows. I used to drive, well I still do, I drive a few of them to trunk shows. And you know what better? Do you know what a mum actually wants apart from organisation and some sanity? She just wants to belly laugh. She just wants to laugh and live and be windswept and colourful. And that is what this community has given me. And when I go out of my bags and people comment on them, I tell them about them. I tell them about how fun they are, how practical. You don't have to go for the Toki prints. I chose the Toki prints. There's classic prints, which I also have. And then there's Legacy, which I also have. And I just literally, I get taken the mickey out of by my husband sometimes and my son because they're older than men. But I love this. I love that I can enjoy my last baby to the max. And when she's older, I can use these bags for other things. I have superstars that I take to the beach with me. I use a starlet. Look at that beautiful starlet. I use that starlet for going swimming with because it holds what I need for 4 girls and myself. I can see this growing. We have been screaming out for retailers in this country for so long, and I have people constantly asking about my bags, but it's so hard to say, well, you can get them here or you can get them there. I want to be able to be part of telling people about these bags and selling them to people. So give me a chance, and let me also say thank you. Thank you for making my life a bit more saner, maybe. Finding organisation, and obviously because of the pink room, had the pink room not started, I guess we with the rest of we want to follow through, and that we now become pink ladies. So thank you from Becca.